Hey guys, what up? It is Jay Izzy coming live from my backyard. It's actually really cute back here. We have a cool little patio set up. I haven't given you a house tour yet. If you didn't know, we moved. Okay, we're in a house that's way bigger. It's like 1,000 square feet bigger than what we were already in. And we got a cute covered patio, some fans. We got the grill right there, and this like wooden deck. Oh, Chip is chasing a squirrel because she's freaking. Oh, she's a squirrel chaser. Anyway, this is a magnolia tree that's in the backyard. It's really cool. And then I have the shed back there. It's gonna be my lady lair. It's just nothing but some plywood right now. It's kind of messy and it's dark, so we're not gonna go in there. But I'm just gonna film under this cute tree and tell you guys what has been up. So basically, I went to the Remy Wolf concert on Sunday, and we had to drive 4 hours to Louisiana because it was closer than going to the concert in Florida, because Florida would have been 6 hours away. There's something in this tree. And if we would have went to the concert in Florida, it would have been 6 hours away, and that would have taken longer. So we just drove to Louisiana, and that was very tiring, but we did it. Then once we got to Louisiana, we literally had to park and go straight to the auditorium or theater, so that way we could find somewhere to sit, because it was already like close to the time for the show to start, and I didn't know if there was going to be like a pre-show, so I wasn't sure. So we just kind of went with it, and luckily we were on time. But I was a little bit on edge because I thought I lost my debit card at the gas station. I thought I left it there because we went to the gas station right before we went to the auditorium or to the theater. And so I was freaking out because I was like, oh my God, dude, I needed it to pay for parking, and I couldn't pay for parking. It was already time to like go in and park. So my boyfriend just paid for the parking. Anyways, we got into the auditorium, and I was still in the back of my mind thinking about my debit card. Like, oh my God, I just want to look for my debit card, but it was too dark to even look for it anyway. Luckily, I found it in my fanny pack after the concert. It was just shoved in between a little bitty tiny journal that's like pocket sized, really adorable, like the Harriet the Spy journal. And so I panicked for no reason. The concert was amazing. Remy is really amazing live. It was just like oh my God, it was so good. And like I only paid like $30 for my seats, so that was really awesome because I paid way more for the Sweat Tour tickets. I don't remember how much more, but I paid a lot for the Sweat Tour tickets, and then I couldn't even really see anything because there was like a banner right there, right in my view. And so that kind of killed the vibe, and it kind of made me feel like I still didn't really get to see the Sweat Tour because it was just such a bad view, like for real. Hold on, I'm gonna clean my. So anyways, then after the concert, we had to drive back 4 hours. So it was like 2:30 in the morning when we finally got back to town. And I was like, I had to go to work at 6 in the morning the next morning. So 2:30 in the morning, threw myself in bed, I blacked out, woke up on my own at like 5 in the morning. I get ready, I shower. I'm kind of like not feeling well. And I was like already shaky and tired. I just like woke up really hungry, but like I really didn't have any time for breakfast. I couldn't really do that because I had to hurry up and get to work. Because I started driving to work, and I just started getting really like panicky, and like I just couldn't breathe, and I just started hyperventilating out of nowhere, and I just felt like I was gonna freaking like really just freaking throw up. So then I had to pull over on the side of the highway, and there's cars going really, really fast, and then I like literally had to walk around my car, throw myself on the ground so that way I can like heave a little bit, and like nothing would come out because I was like literally trying, but I hadn't eaten anything. Like I hadn't really drank anything. I went to Dunkin' and spent $6 on a coffee when I was already like tight on money, and I didn't even drink the coffee. I wasted it. Like I was just, my head was foggy, but I was like, I just got to get to work. I just got to get to work. You got it. You got it. And then so I got back in my car. I had to wait for all the traffic to go, and they were like zoom, 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 zoom. And then I was like, and I had to zoom, get them in there. And then I don't even know if I'm recording. Hold on. Okay, cool. I am recording. Okay, so then I had to get back on the highway, go to work. I was like driving. I finally got into the town where I worked at, but I felt like I was gonna throw up again. So then I pulled over at AutoZone, and I was like, ugh, ugh. And then I threw up at AutoZone on the ground. And then I like called my manager, and I was like, I don't know what to do because I was like literally hyperventilating. and I couldn't really drive because my hands were getting stiff and my fingers were going stiff and I couldn't bend them, and I didn't know it was a panic attack. I didn't even know what was happening. And then so anyways, I fell asleep in my car for like an hour, and I just like woke up all discombobulated in the back seat, and I was like, where am I? What the freak? What time is it? How long have I been crashed out here? And then I tried to get up and move my car, but I couldn't because I was just still not feeling good. So then I tried to chill in my car for a little bit more, and I was like, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of here. So then I had to get back in my car, and I said, you're going to try to drive home. You had to drive home. So then get in my car and I tried to drive home, and then on my way home I was getting close, the traffic was fine, I was like, we're actually getting there pretty quick, whatever. I got halfway to the house, and then I was like, I gotta pull over again, I'm gonna throw up. I was hyperventilating, I threw up on myself multiple times, and then basically I had to like get back in my car after like throwing up on the ground at this car wash, and then I just like had to make myself drive. And then I drove home, and then I just laid in bed and slept all day until like 2 p.m. And then I didn't even eat anything or anything because I was scared. And I called my grandma, and I told my grandma what was up, and I said hi to her because I hadn't talked to her in a few days. And I was like, I need to call my grandma because she's just been on my mind, and call your grandmas, and I need to go see my grandma. So then I talked to my grandma, and I told her what happened and everything, and she was like, oh my gosh, Jessica, you shouldn't be driving over here then. You need to get a flight. And I was like, girl, but it's going to be way cheaper if I drive over there. And she was like, what if something happens to you when you're driving? And I was like, oh. And I was like, girl. And she was like, well, let me talk to your mom. 2 seconds later, here's my mom calling me. Hey girl, I just wanted to let you know that all of your hometown knows that you had a panic attack. And I was like, oh my gosh, girl. And she was like, so what happened? Tell me the whole thing. And then I told her, and she was like, yeah girl, you had a panic attack. And she was like, those happen to me all the time. What you really need to do is get a wet towel and put it on your head, take some deep breaths in and out, in and out. And she was like telling me everything that I need to do because she's had them before too, and I never really had them because usually I don't pay attention to myself that much. But I guess this is my sign to pay more attention to myself, because who knows how much longer I'll be here. So cherish me now, but now is better than later, period. But yeah, the concert was amazing, and that is my little life update on what's been going on with me. I just hit 500 subs, and I wanted to come on here and tell y'all thank you. I wanted to have balloons and like a big huge extravagant thing, but I'm not really feeling good and my head hurts. I took an ibuprofen, but I really do appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate everyone subscribing to my page, because like it took me a long time. Back in January, whenever I was planning everything, I was like, look, if I just keep on keeping on, by March, maybe I could have 500 subscribers. I didn't really hit that goal because I stumbled on some storage issues on my cell phone. I let that get in my way, and I'm not letting it get in my way. Even if I'm posting shorts, I'm still gotta do something. We're still making things happen. We're still gonna create. We're still doing it. Me, you, us together. We got this, baby. And yeah, so we're just gonna keep on keeping on. Nothing can get us down because we're unstoppable. And yeah, as long as we have a good attitude, hopefully everything will work out in our favor, and we can be the universe's favor, and everything will be peace, and everything will be bliss, and we can all be happy. So yeah, that's my little life update. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. 500 of you. 501 now, period. Love you. Love you. And now we're gonna do a little shimmy dance because I love a good shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. I love doing the shimmy. Okay, love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.